So we had a thing happen earlier with a trigger, and I described it really, really well. And I want to see if I can describe it now that I'm not in such a triggered state in a way that's like very understandable. Because it was good. And it made sense. It was like this really confusing fucking shit happens, and always has, whenever somebody expresses like panic, anxiety. I don't even know what else, but like whenever somebody expresses some worry for something we've said or plan to do or want to do or something, just the initial what? That is like a punch to my stomach. And it's weird to say, but it like it sets off this like chain response. Oh. It sets off this chain response that's like, man, so many things happen so fast all at once, so it's kind of hard to work out what even happens. But it feels like we're collapsing in on ourselves. It's like my stomach just dissolves inwards. I kind of feel awful, and at the same time become completely unaware and disconnected from how we're feeling. Um, it's like there's this tumbling inward sensation, like the world's sort of falling in with you. I lose track of like anything I'm thinking or feeling, and it's like my entire world just goes fisheye lens, and in the center of it, the only thing that I can actually focus on or see or that exists to me is what the other person is feeling. And at the same time, I feel panicked and like I'm doing everything wrong, and like it's an awful, horrible thing that I've done, and that I just need to fix how they're feeling, and nothing will be okay until I do. And it's like such an extreme response, and it happens so fast, and I don't seem to have like my regular cognitive thinking mind to work out what's happening when it does. It's not like I can work out, oh, maybe this is just like a feeling triggered by trauma. Maybe I'm not actually a horrible person. It's like that doesn't occur to me. It's just these things are objective truth and feel so intense, and it's like it's so powerful and so quick, like machine gun rapid fire with the things that come up and the sort of thoughts that hit me, I guess, to confirm that belief. So it's like intense, and it just makes me completely feel like I no longer want whatever we wanted, and all I want is to align with what the person who conveyed surprise wants, so that they feel okay, just like it, and then the world will stop like falling in on itself and dragging me with it. And I worked out today and explained in a really great to understand way. It's it's when that happens, the trigger of somebody being like dismayed or overwhelmed or anxious or something, um, with what we're saying or what we want, it causes younger parts in me to be pulled to the front, totally disconnected from the rest of us, from the older parts. Older parts get like jettisoned and shut inside. We're all very disconnected from each other and from what the body's feeling, from what we're feeling, from our needs and our emotions and everything to do with us. And the younger parts are set to just like attune. It's not like a choice, it's just they just can feel what the other person feels, and they just attune to them. And it's this like total abandonment of whatever we need, and total centering of this person's emotions and needs, so that we feel what they feel and abandon, reject what we feel, completely disconnect from it, and then the only priority is to fix what they what's wrong for them so that they feel okay. I think it's like to prevent potential abandonment. It's definitely how we've like learned to respond as a survival mechanism, because none of it is like a conscious thought out choice. It just happens. I haven't even worked out what it is that's just happening until like today. But like so many things about the fisheye lens thing and the panic and the like feeling like everything's swallowing me, I think is because I'm switching to a younger part of me. And like we kind of all feel what they're feeling through them, but it's like I don't exist at the same time, or like only as a camera, or like a fourth wall of the apartment, just as something to observe and center and attune to other people, basically. And otherwise, it's like I don't exist. I don't have feelings or thoughts or anything of mine to draw from or even ground myself with into realizing that this is going on. And it's horrifying to explain, actually. Really think about it a lot more when I can get it into words. It's loud out here. It's like kind of what it's like in my head when this happens, to be honest. It's just like constant noise from every angle. I can't escape the permacar car horn, but through the magic of cameras, you can. It actually wasn't so bad. It's only a few more seconds. Also, it feels like parts of me that will specifically prioritize our own needs and are quite good at prioritizing us over other people get like fucking slammed inside way faster and way further than other parts. I've long heard that awareness precedes control. So I'm hoping that with the ability to understand these responses, there'll come a time when I'll have awareness of it happening while it's happening. Because what helped was Ryan being an absolute sweetheart and noticing how we were and reassuring us that we'd done nothing wrong, and then I kind of and asking if we were breathing, which no, we were not. So then remembering to breathe and reassure younger parts that I wasn't doing anything wrong, that they weren't doing anything wrong. And that's stuff I can do in the moment with most triggers. It's just like some of them still are so overpowering that I'm not there in the moment to do these things. So how I stop from getting like blown up and sent dimensions above our body while this is happening, so I'm still there, I don't know yet, but hopefully there'll be a way. Awareness and practice, those usually help.